We're joined by the
She goes.
We are live, the home of the Raptors in downtown Toronto, the Air Canada Centre. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Mahinmi is out there with Turner, and it's Hill in at the 1. Now here's Carroll. The dish now to Scola. Clock at 6. DeRozan against Stuckey. And Luis Scola gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's a quick foul to pick up here in the opening quarter.
Now Hill. He dishes it to Turner. Outside, George. He kicks to Mahinmi. 6 to shoot. Down low, here's Turner. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Everyone knows about the Paul George injury from last year and how it affected the
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Stuckey kicks to George. And not gonna go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Pacers on defense. Carroll, no one around him. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Stuckey, a screen on Carroll. Carroll against George. Feeds it to Mahinmi. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Releases. George missing again.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on George. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
It's Hill on the wing. Lowry covering. Out to Turner. Indiana moving the ball around. Pass to Mahimi. The feed to Turner. Hill dishes to Turner. Excellent D there for Scola.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
DeRozan with it. Picked up by Stuckey. And Valanciunas kicks to Lowry. Back to Valanciunas. Outside DeRozan. Uses both hands to slam it down.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Left side Turner, and stolen by Scola. Here's Lowry. Good for the basket. Starting off 1-for-1 with that shot.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
George kicks it to Mahimi. Trying to get back on track. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Boy, I tell you what, he's really coming to his own this year. I mean, that is an enormous step up from what he shot at the line last season.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. First quarter play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Scola kicks to Carroll, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Nice bucket there. I mean, they are playing really, really smart basketball.
IQ basketball, smartphone basketball, whatever you want to call it. Even though the lead's not that large, they're still in charge right now.
And so it's Indiana with it. After Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Shot clock at 5. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
And for Louis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench there, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Here's George. The Raptors knocking down the tray. On the wing, Turner. Out to Stuckey. To the middle. Here's Mahimi. And he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
Great screen that time by George. Well done.
And here's Toronto. Outpacing him right now in a 15-2 run. Greg, you were talking about Scola. He has the physical skills, Clark, to make a difference.
Yeah, he really does. I mean, he's not spectacular in anything, but he's really solid in just about everything. A pro's pro, and he adds value, tremendous value to any team he's on.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
Pacers trail by 13. Hill passes to Stuckey. Dishes it to Turner. To the inside. And there's George. That's good on the assist by Turner. George has got his first basket.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Screen by Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. And the 3 ball is good. Lowry's got 5 points so far.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now, here's George. Outside Hill. Outside George. No good on the triple.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
DeRozan with it. He's picked up by Hill. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Mahimi. One-on-one here. Banked in off the glass.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Here's DeRozan, following the basket by George Hill. Clock at 6. DeRozan passes to Scola. Toronto needs to get off the shot, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Lawson dishes to Hill. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Powell, he's checked in for Toronto.
Your Raptors, Norman Powell.
Toronto on defense. They lead by 14. And Miles kicks to Lawson. Some nice passing here by Indiana. It's stolen by Carroll. Here's Powell. Now here's Carroll. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Toronto leading by 16. The drive by Lowry. Powell kicks to Scola. Powell down low. Ellis on him. Powell, that's good.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
Over in the corner, Ellis. 1:43 left here in the opening quarter. Back to Lawson. Hill passes to Miles. He feeds it to Lawson. Elbow shot is on the way. Toronto grabs the miss.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got a tough mindset. He's confident as a defender. And when you combine those two things, it makes it real hard to score on him.
Lowry, sweet little floater. He's got 7. Well, the Raptors show they can be a force in offense once again. That was very clearly a strength of the team last year, Greg.
Yeah, and Toronto has a lot of guys that can hurt you in a variety of ways. They can score in the half court, but are really explosive enough to get out and run if teams want to push the tempo.
59 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Down low, here's Scola. Pass to Valanciunas. And it's Carroll in the corner. Goes back up, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Lavoy Allen. For Toronto, they have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. The first one falls. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
The rebound by Patterson. Raptors leading by 20. Here's McCollum. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, you just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
You know, it's one of the things coaches like least is giving away points. I mean, they've been a step late. They've been caught reaching. They've got to tighten things up at the defensive end.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Exactly. I mean, that's what's helped them build this early lead.
Lawson outside. Pick up by Hill. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we've got a And talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves. And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
Toronto foul call.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Raptors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Terrence Ross is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's McCollum, and it's Powell in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. Lawson with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Allen with the screen for Lawson. The pass to Ellis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
First off, look, every year there are all-star game snubs, and perhaps last year Monte Ellis was the big one in the West. Hard to leave him off given the way he played for the Mavs.
And Patterson kicks to Powell. Biyombo with it. Hill's there. Biyombo. That's good.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Outside Hill. Pick up by Hill. And Miles kicks to Allen. Power down with both hands.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
For Monte not being an all-star, there are a lot of guys that could have made an argument to be there. Monte's was as strong as any.
Yeah, and his own coach said that Monte deserved it more than Dirk, his teammate. And not a shot at Dirk by Carlisle, just Rick expressing how valuable Monte was to the Mavs.
Here's McCollum. The shot will not go, and it's the Pacers taking it the other way. And here's Lawson. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. To the inside. And there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Lawson. Lawson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. And it's Carroll in the corner. Inside, here's Valanciunas. And the rejection by Mahinmi. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Stuckey's got the ball. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
It's stolen by Carroll. Fast break, Toronto. DeRozan leading the charge. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Rodney Stuckey.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch. It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Now Lowry. He has 7. Here's Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got 4 assists in the game.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think.
We need to be more physical on the offensive end. Let's crash the glass.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
And George kicks to Stuckey. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Scola's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Carroll dishes to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Lowry. Feeds it to Scola. Just 5 to shoot. Lowry drives in. Here's Valanciunas. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Misses the 3. Pacers trail by 19. Outside Hill. And here's George for 3. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Screened by Valanciunas. Lowry. And the rejection by Mahinmi. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Toronto with the ball. 22 is their biggest lead. DeRozan's shot is good.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Mahinmi passes to Hill, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hill's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the 2nd quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap.
And DeRozan kicks to Scola. Out to DeRozan. Now the dish to Carroll. 5 to shoot. Back to DeRozan. Poked away. It's stolen by Hill. And George, here we go. And he jams it with authority.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
4 on the clock. Turner with the steal. Stuckey kicks to Hill. It's stolen by Valanciunas. He dishes it to Lowry. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
And George with this stuff.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Lowry dishes to Scola. Just 5 to shoot. Inside runner. The shot is off. Good work defensively by Turner. Pacers trail by 15. Hill passes to Mahinmi. And that one's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
A clear look for Lowry. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Lowry's got 9.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And George kicks to Turner. Pass to Stuckey. The feed to Mahimi. Dishes to Turner. The drive by Hill. Outside for George. Stuckey right side. It's stolen by DeRozan. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle.
Almost intimidating the defense there. They didn't even try to get back on defense.
Well, I don't think it would have mattered even if they did try to get back, Greg. I mean, there was no way anybody was going to beat him to the bucket there.
Mahimi dishes to George. Outside Turner. Shot clock at 6. And Paul George with the 3. George has got 9.
Boy, after having a tough time in the first, he's managed to turn it around nicely this quarter. You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and there wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice, unflappable demeanor, too.
To the paint, here's Mahimi. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. You got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that. But I will say, it sure looks fun, doesn't it? And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Kicks to Carroll. Screened by Valanciunas. The drive by Lowry. No good off the pit.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
George passes to Mahimi. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to George. Beats the shot clock, but can't get it to fall.
Well, I think he kind of alligator-armed that one, short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
And
Thanks. Coach Casey, you head into halftime with a bit of a cushion here. How do you...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hi again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the Halftime Show on 2K Sports. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their success from the free throw line is big tonight. They absolutely were determined to take it to the hole and not be denied. We saw them dictating the action, finishing strong and asking for more.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more activity on defense.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
And what a tremendous game for DeRozan. 12 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that, but you've got to get yourself there first.
Pacers trail by 14. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court right now for the Pacers. Lawson out there with Ellis. Then there's LaVoy Allen. Then there's C.J. Miles. And it's Hill in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. Powell inside. He's guarded by Ellis. And here's McCollum for three. It's rebounded by Indiana. The drive by Ellis. Now Miles. Allen left side. He feeds it to Hill. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Well, for Jordan Hill, something wonderful happened to him last season. The breakthrough he'd been waiting for on his 6th year.
Yeah, Kevin, you know, it had to do, and I think correlated with him getting a chance to start games, and it blew up for him from there. Posted career-high averages across the board.
Patterson against Hill. Powell kicks to Patterson, and the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
McCollum kicks to Biyombo. It's stolen by Hill. Lawson outside. And he gets it to go. Lawson's got his first 2 points.
And getting back to Jordan Hill, everyone had been waiting for this. I mean, greater activity, more aggressiveness, and he puts up career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
Here's McCollum. Ross on the wing. Looking for his first basket still in this one.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
On the topic of Jordan Hill, hey, there aren't many guys like him with his size who can move that well. He's entering the prime of his career right now. Will he continue to ascend, or will he be content with where he's at? Time will tell.
Just 3 to shoot. Looks for Lawson, gets it to him. It's deflected. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it, the fast break chance, and he gets it to go.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Pacers trail by 15. Ellis outside. Outside Hill. From the wing. And the jumper is on the mark. Miles has got his second bucket of the night. Raptors are gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. McCollum and Ellis with the block. Here is Miles and Lawson. Here we go. Here's Ellis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Lawson dishes to Ellis. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Fast break Toronto. Throws it up high. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Lawson drives in, fires from 18, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Raptors leading by 10, And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, it's still early in the quarter, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
And it's DeRozan missing.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense. Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
For Indiana, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Lowry passes to Valanciunas. He kicks it to DeRozan. Raptors moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Valanciunas dishes to DeRozan. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Turner.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on the map. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Raptors.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
It's DeRozan with the drive. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. He didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
And the Raptors have been talking about changing things up in the logo department for a while. Finally, we get a chance to see the new logo this season.
They set the screen. George with no one around. Good, the assist goes to Hill. And that's 15 points for Paul George.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, this here is a game. Good run to close the gap.
Yeah, they've done a great job to get back within striking distance. Really a solid comeback effort here.
As you said, the Raptors with the new logo this year, Greg. Good-looking change, too, I think, Clark.
Yeah, I think it's subtle enough to not lose the continuity, but still feel fresh and new. I like that. That's a nice job of balancing the old and freshening up for the new.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Pass to Stuckey. To the paint, and it's slammed in by Turner.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Lowry kicks to Scola, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about, but all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yes, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. First in the NBA.
You're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get.
Timeout.
Drive.
As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
It's George on the wing. DeRozan defending. It's stolen by Carroll. Passes it to Valanciunas. And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities. Been a good one for Turner. He has 8 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws. Can you believe the job they're doing at the foul line since halftime? I mean, they've been perfect so far.
Yeah, as cool as can be, Clark. Great focus and efficiency. That's how they built this lead.
Hill passes to George. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
A signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Lowry against Hill. Outside Lowry. To the inside. Valanciunas.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Stuckey kicks to Mahinmi. To the paint. Here's George. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. George has got 12 points here in the second half. Outside DeRozan. There's the pass to Valanciunas. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play. And Rodney Stuckey, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington, played a big role for the Pacers a season ago.
It's stolen by Carroll. Up the floor. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist from DeRozan. DeRozan's got assist number 5 here tonight. Pacers trail by 8. You were talking about Stuckey. He did play well in his first year with the Pacers. Clark, he helped them as a starter and off the bench.
Yeah, really had his most efficient year scoring the ball to date. And more than his scoring and what he brought on the court, his presence in the locker room and professionalism. You talk to the people around the Pacers, he was a breath of fresh air on a team that has a number of fresh air guys.
Here's DeRozan.
Oh, wow.
DeRozan! That's a beautiful jam. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure. Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the three-point attempt.
You have to avoid fouls like that. As a defender, challenge the three-point shooter, but run by him, not into him.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Hill, he's checked in for Mahinmi. Lavoy Allen comes in for Turner. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. And it's Lawson in for George Hill. And Miles kicks to Stuckey. Feeds it to Lawson. 24 seconds left to play in the third. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. Here's McCollum. He's got 5.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hold it.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what they're probably going to do here.
And the Raptors call time here.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Some changes for Toronto. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Powell. And it's Lowry in for McCollum. Monte Ellis, he's checked in for Indiana. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. It's stolen by Hill. Ellis left side with 1 on the clock. Misses the layup. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the 4th quarter. Raptors leading by 3. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Scola out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Carroll in at the 3. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Out in his own on the break. Here's Miles. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Here's DeRozan. Back to Lowry. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Valanciunas has got 10 points here in the second half.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
To the middle. Here's Allen. No luck. Nice D from Valanciunas. Hill, no good. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jordan Hill. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Lowry kicks to Scola. Stolen by Allen.
Seems to me as though he's lost his way a little bit in the second half. He'd been turnover free before the break. That's certainly not the case anymore.
A few possessions into the 4th quarter, just over a minute played. And that one's good. And the Raptors lead by 6.
Such a height mismatch out on the perimeter, and they give up the triple.
Lawson the pass to Miles. Allen kicks to Lawson. Indiana moving it around. Inside, here's Lowry. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Good game for Lowry. 9 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
He can just change a game with his defense, and he's thrown off their rhythm completely the last several possessions.
Free throw drops for Lowry.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
It's DeRozan with the drive. That's good. DeRozan's got 26 points.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Here's Valanciunas. Shot is off. And Indiana will come the other way. Getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
And it's Ellis penetrating. Comes up empty down low. Toronto leading by 7. Here's DeRozan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. DeRozan's got 28 points for the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And the Pacers call time here. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He was not happy with their play to this point, telling them we're getting out hustled, plain and simple. There's still time, but we've got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate the top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
George against Carroll. Now, here's Mahinmi. Defense right on him. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. That free throw good from Turner. And Toronto making a change here. Patterson's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Raptors leading by 7. Now, here's DeRozan. Outside for Lowry. Trying to find Valanciunas. Gets it to him. DeRozan, the open look. And again, it's Toronto converting.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Hill kicks to Turner. Shot from 12. They get it back.
Very dangerous to lead a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lowry with the ball. Down low. Off the pick. And the rejection by Mahimi. And George, here we go. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. 25 points here for George.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Raptors with the lead. Here's Carroll. The rebound by Turner. Pacers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Stuckey outside. Hill has the open look. A three-pointer off the mark. Raptors leading by 7. Outside Lowry. It's tipped and stolen by Stuckey. And a fast break now for the Pacers. And it's George finishing it off.
Really opportunistic basketball there. And when they desperately needed it, timely, opportunistic basketball.
And it really couldn't have come at a better time. I mean, they've got to take even more chances on defense now. Try to get some more of those steals to start the break.
And Hill has it in the corner. Again, missing Hill.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
And Carroll gets it to go.
Uh-oh, a little showboating at the end of that one.
Pacers trail by 7. And it's Hill penetrating. George dishes to Turner. Back to George. That's good. George has got 6 in the quarter.
Wow, he is lighting it up here in the second half.
And here are the Raptors now. 22 is their biggest lead. Pass to Patterson. Carroll kicks to Valanciunas. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
To the inside, Turner with it. Lowry picks him up. Turner passes to Stuckey. He dishes it to George. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey.
Assist from
Stuckey's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Hill against DeRozan. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Hill. Here we go, one-on-one. The rebound by Patterson.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
There's the feed to Valanciunas. Turner against Patterson. Outside Lowry. 4 on the shot clock. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
Rambo, he's checked in for Toronto. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson.
Luis Scola.
Toronto calls timeout. Mark, one thing about Kyle Lowry, he has a bulldog mentality. We saw that from his days at Villanova.
No question about that, and I love that about him. He's very simple, not really flashy, just consistently beats the rock. He wears his opponents down.
Foul, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. In Indiana with the change here, too. Ellis is checked in. Pacers trail by 5. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Yes, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to see renewed effort from them on the offensive glass. He talked about the second chance points that are out there if they work for them. Guys, they're operating under the principle that it's never too late to fine-tune the game plan. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris.
And talking about Lowry, going to Toronto was a godsend for him. I mean, he had clashed with a number of coaches early in his career. His hard-headedness had been working against him. But in Toronto, he learned how to buy into a system and save the wrath for his opponent.
Scola dishes to Biombo. Kicks to Carroll. Toronto working the ball around now. There's the pick. Scola passes to Carroll. And it's sent back by George. Ellis outside. To the paint. George with the ball. Powell's there. And here's Hill for three. No luck. Raptors leading by 3. No good.
And for Lowry, he's been on fire the past couple of seasons. He's shown toughness, leadership, and the instinct to make winning plays on the court at both ends.
1:53 left in the game. Scola, a screen on Hill. Lowry kicks to Scola. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Indiana's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. George, no good. Toronto's gone 3-6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Dishes it to Powell. Lowry against Hill. Now here's Lowry. Defense right on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Raptors miss again.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And George, here we go. He feeds it to Turner. And he bangs it home with one hand.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 1. There's a minute left here in the fourth quarter. Some changes for Toronto. Jonas Valanciunas comes in for Biombo. And it's DeRozan in for Powell. And DeRozan kicks to Scola. Back to DeRozan. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. George has got the ball. Turner dishes to Hill. And here's Mahinmi. He kicks it to George. Excellent D there for Scola.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
There's a good screen. Hill passes to Turner. Down low, deflects the pass, and stolen by Scola. Poked loose. Here's George. Oh!
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
Toronto calls timeout. What do you think, guys?
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the inbound pass. That's always a difficult shot.
So a close game sees Indiana take this one. this win such a tremendous emotional boost for him.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply inflate an entire
And now we'll sit down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Guys, Paul George standing by with me here. And Paul, first, congratulations on the win. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Continue to, play together. And we can just stick to that, keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Paul, thank you so much. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Well, Paul George showing us again tonight why he is one of the premier wing players in the NBA. We know that defensively he's always going to do the job, but he's just as valuable on the other end, scoring off the catch or the dribble.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.